HIPAA. Everybody kind of familiar with HIPAA is, right? That's that privacy law that says the doctor can't tell anybody about your health conditions or let them see your medical records without your written permission. So when you go to Blount Memorial or UT, they have you sit there and sign some stuff before they let you go get your stuff done. One of those forms is a HIPAA authorization. So we draft these for our clients. We don't want them using the generic hospital forms because they're missing some information. Primarily, the people who you want on that list. Because they just fill in your doctor's name and that's it. But would you want to have your spouse on there? Would you want to have your children on there? Your sister, your brother, your parent? Okay, so this is a list of people who could talk to your doctors and nurses and could see your medical records. It does not give them the authority to make decisions. It simply gives them access. So you think, big deal, access. Well, let's talk about this story. So I had a lady come to me for her estate planning and she shared a story about her husband. He had a heart attack at work. He was the last one at work, so he was alone, and so he had it at his desk. He was discovered by the janitorial crew that came in to clean up that night. So they called 911, ambulance came and picked him up and brought him to the hospital. She didn't know any of this was going on. She just knew eventually that her husband didn't come home. She was worried he got into an accident, so she called the police. Police said, no record of an accident. So then she started calling the hospitals, right? That's normal. We would all do that. What did the hospital tell her? Cannot tell you even if that person is here, right? Okay, it's all about privacy. What if she was the reason he was in the hospital and she was trying to find him to finish the job? And somebody let it slip, yeah, he's here, but I can't tell you why. All she's got to do is show up at that hospital and find him, take care of business, and then the family sues the hospital for $50 million for violating the HIPAA rights, right? It's a really big deal. They're not going to tell you. What if you show up with a marriage certificate, pictures of yourselves on your latest cruise together, and a child that looks exactly like them? Are they going to make an exception for you? No. So having your HIPAA authorization in your back pocket would be a really great idea. So if you're ever picked up by an ambulance, they simply go through your pockets and they say, oh, here's the spouse, here's the children, here's their contact information, let's just reach out to them. The problem is none of us carry our HIPAA authorization form in our back pocket, and probably most of us don't even have one